Hey chess friends, if you've ever felt the urge to sacrifice your queen, knight or rook, today I've got an incredible masterpiece to share. Trommsdorff and Emil Diemer played an insane game that might leave you in wondering. Let's dive into it. d4 knight f6 and we have the popular pirate defense opening, g4 to attack in Kingside. This is well known as classical system of pirate. White played h4 looking for pawn break on h5, b5 and knight a4 will lead queen a5 opening tactic, so knight b1. Black could have gone for normal setup, no need to worry about the pawn bombarding, but Frog played d5 by jumping from his seat. Now he need to fight in the center, e5 h5 and after a couple of moves later White played an insane, rook takes h7 move. This move promising the bishop entry as well the queen in Kingside. Black need to capture the rook because he has no other option, and playing king f8 is losing because of bishop takes rook g6 queen here and bring your knight as well as wearing a belt with pants, otherwise you might lose them during a fight. King d8 take f4, Black should develop his pieces naturally but he played queen h8, because White gets the chance to involve his queen there. Bishop a6 threats to play d3. Takes and you cannot recapture it because your queen will be hang. Knight f3 knight here knight h4 and here Black should play a very tricky move knight takes e5, because after take if White plays any pointless move, play rook f8, if he captures it then give him a check, bishop takes bishop White gobbles up, I forking your king and queen, yeah fool, but what about bishop f4 check? There are two types of sacrifices, correct ones and mine. Black thought why I would give him my queen. I love my queen very much after doing 9 love relationships with other queens. Knight here king c4, White should play knight f4 to pressure to the pawn with the b3 knight in future, but he goes for the kingside attack. Couple of moves later we have knight g5 to attack to the weakness, rook here queen g4 pressures it, and here Black played intense move knight takes e5 because if you capture it then queen f1 literally will be a mate, so White played queen h3, knight c4 attacks it, with the idea of playing queen takes f4 check. You cannot just go for long castle because d3 will be an insane threat. After you capture, boom, boom, and you will lose your queen as well as the king in future, and pawn takes pawn will lead 12 moves checkmate consequence with the bishop knight and the queen. It's very easy to understand the checkmating preparation, so in this position Emil played knight e6, king b6 was best. Rook takes e6 is an inaccuracy because queen f7 might lead queen exchanges. Two pass pawns are very dangerous, like two barking dogs are in street when you are alone at night, but in this position he played king d7, pointing the queen's gun to the head of Black's king. White is threatening to capture it, takes then f6 will attack both pieces. So best move for Frog is to play queen f6 try to stop the pawn move, but he captured the bishop. White could take the knight and he goes for castle. Queen f6 take, and we have rook e3, queen h2 is the best to consider and the position will be equalized, but we are here for something climax, something horrific, something extraordinary, something miraculous, so knight h5 queen g5, queen g4, and if you are here with me after watching 3 minutes of the video, then it will be one of the most precious moments in your life. Can you guess the brilliant move for Black? You might think queen takes queen, but it actually losing because knight can recapture the queen and your prices are hanging. So back to the position, if you find, which is very and very complicated to understand, b3, this actually is a brilliant move. First of all, if you capture the queen then after b takes a2, take king backs and checkmate, see who is the fool of the year. If White pushed the pawn, here comes rook c3, sacrificing the queen to checkmate White. Takes and b2 will be a checkmate. So take bishop d3, sacrificing the queen again to play knight takes b3 checkmate, So if you play pawn takes b3, knight takes b3, pawn shouldn't capture it because it will be a checkmate in few moves. You know what, chess is a very complicated to understand the all variation and pieces sequences, but once you learn every checkmating sequences then chess will be very easy. Said by Stockfish, my words are as powerful as my chess moves. So back to the position, we have a takes b3, knight b4 was best to consider, because if you capture the queen then after knight check, takes rook e2 and it's just a mate. And friends, if you are enjoying my content then please like and subscribe to my channel. In game we have knight takes b3, sacrificing the knight to checkmate him by the same checkmating sequences, king b1 and knight d2 check was better. Because after takes rook check, king ups check, here check, pretty imbalanced position, but white will taste the checkmating door. But in our actual game, Frog played rook d3, blundering the game completely. He thought my opponent would capture the queen, then after take, here, check, takes bishop c4 and everything will be over. But in this position, white should have gone for rook g1, but he blundered the game too with queen g1, because black can give him a check with the knight, forcing the king to move on a1. Knight b4 could be played to checkmate white in 11 moves, but he goes for queen d8, looking for a file movement. White fortress with the knight and rook, queen a5, king b1, knight b4 takes, queen check, king c1, black need to play a queen check, winning the queen, which is enough to win at the endgame. Don't worry for these stupid pawns, because queen f2 is as powerful as you drink hot coffee with your nose. Did somebody tried it? I don't know, but black played knight takes rook. It's a missed win because now white can play king d2. Getting out from the queen check, queen a5, and white should play c3. That's an insane looking move, because after the king moves to e3, he is completely safe. Black can't give him a check and these Hitler army is going to fire up the land, but he slides away his king, and this position reached at the drawable level, 0.0000. The game becomes a draw, because white king can't go on h2, he need to play king f2 and the game becomes a draw after repetitions of moves, but the game was very interesting. Hope you enjoyed very much. So wish you all the best. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more. Bye bye, take care, see you soon.